It's all about placement and getting home court advantage in the tourney. So how are the Penn teams doing? We'll let you know.
Oski will have but one representative at this week's wrestling tournament in Des Moines. We'll tell you who and how he got there. Welcome to Oskaloosa Sports Pulse. I'm Jason Madison.
And I'm Jason Van Zetten.
It's been a big week for Oskaloosa wrestler Dane Jones. At District Saturday in Iowa City, the 7th-ranked junior at 195 pounds led the Indians like he has done all season.
While several OHS grapplers were in the hunt for a trip in the state tournament Thursday at the Wells Fargo Arena, Jones was the only one to earn a top spot with his second-place finish. Entering the weekend, Jones was the top seed at 195 pounds and received a bye to start off the day. Then Jones took out Jacob Dilks of Mount Pleasant in the semifinal 10-5 to move on to the championship match. The junior lost a close face-off with number 9 Ryan Moss of Iowa City 3-2 to take second without having to wrestle back. As a whole, the Indians finished last out of 8 teams with 74 points. Iowa City West captured the crown with 250 points. Jones, now a 2-time state qualifier, took his 31-6 record into Thursday's opening round, where OSP's J-Mad hit the road to cover.
Thursday in Wells Fargo Arena, family members of Oskaloosa's Dane Jones sat and cheered the 2-time state qualifier wearing these bright orange t-shirts. Down on the mats, Jones began the day with Cedar Rapids Xavier's Jake Boland. We head to the third period with Jones behind 5-2. To start out the final 2 minutes, the Indian chose down and eventually got to his feet and broke Boland's grip to earn one escape point and make it 5-3.
Shooter, you're gonna lose!
With a minute 30 on the clock, Jones shows a spark when he taps Boland's head and shoots for the outside single into a double. But Jones didn't turn the corner and they both went out of bounds. With 19 ticks left, Jones goes for an outside single again, but Boland was able to fend it off and deny Jones the comeback. Shaking off the loss, it was either win or go home for the junior when he hit the mat against Denison Shellwig's Bobby Overton in the consolation bracket. Jones wasted little time against Overton, pinning him in the first period with less than 5 seconds to go. Oskaloosa head wrestling coach Brandon Graham said Jones got off to a slow start because of the pressure of such a big venue.
Yeah, Dane, had the nervous jitters. It's a state tournament. There's always some kid that gets that. And he rebounded. And he wrestled a lot better. If he would wrestle like that first round, he would have won.
I didn't want to go home. And I wanted to keep going. So I just knew I had to win my next one. And I had to get it done fast. So.
Back here in Oskaloosa, William Penn sophomore Eric Berge has a stranglehold on the NAIA's 149-pound weight class according to the 6 monthly ratings. Berge, who has hit the mat a dozen times, is perfect. 12-0 with 4 pins. He is one of only 4 individuals to hold their #1 ranking all season. As a team, the Statesmen rated 17th in the nation, while rival Grandview remains #1 in the NAIA's top seed. This weekend, William Penn concludes its regular season traveling to Des Moines Saturday to compete in the NAIA Central Qualifier hosted by Grandview. The Statesmen are 6th in the Central Group rating with 47 points, while Grandview remains first with 196. Individually, Berge tops 149 pounds, while 141-pounder sophomore Tommy Kozak and freshman 184-pounder Kyle Soderblom each improve 1 spot to #3 at their respective weight classes.
On the court this week, the Lady Statesmen bounced back after losing a close 67-60 game to the Vikings last Wednesday. This time around, Penn outshot Clark Saturday and dropped the Crusaders 65-48. Freshman Jesse Cruiser led the Navy in goal with 20 points and 11 rebounds for a second double-double this season. For the second game in a row, WPU was without its leading scorer, Oriel Thomas, who was sidelined with a strained MCL, an injury that has hampered her all season. Head coach Brian Spielbauer said he doesn't expect Thomas to return to the floor until the first round of the conference tournament that begins next Thursday, February 23rd. With the Lady Statesmen setting in 4th place in the MCC, Penn hoped to improve its standings hosting AIB Wednesday night. We head to the highlights to find out if that happened. We pick things up early, second half, and Penn trying to separate from the Eagles, and they go up 9 when Taylor Reed spins into the lane and hits the bucket. After an AIB bucket, the Lady Statesmen come right back and push the lead to double digits thanks to this triple from Vanessa Kearse. The Eagles, however, stay within striking distance as Caitlin Haggerty knocks down the baseline jumper. Eagles back to within 6. But they would get no closer. Katie Golumski drives and lays it in and gives Penn a 13 lead. Then it's Sam Aben's turn as she drives and gets the easy put in, and the Lady Statesmen are up 14. And with 3 minutes left, the lead grows to 15 as Golumski dials one up from deep. Lady Statesmen win and earn a home game in the first round of the upcoming conference tournament.
We're really excited about hosting that game, and it certainly gives you a leg up on trying to win the whole thing. I mean, if you're going to being a road warrior and win a 3 on the road is difficult. Yeah. It's extremely hard. There's a lot to be said for staying at home, even if it's only for one game.
In the 74-58 win, freshman Katie Golumski had an off night, shooting 4 of 17, but still paced the team with 16 points. Junior Taylor Reed recorded her third double-double with 15 points and 13 rebounds, while Sam Abens notched 13 points. The Lady Statesmen, who own an 11-10 record since a horrific 0-7 start, locked up a first-round home game as Viterbo fell to St. Ambrose. That put the V-Hawks and the Queen Bees 1 game behind WPU with just 1 game left in the regular season. So no matter the outcome of Saturday's William Penn Ashford contest in Clinton, the Lady Statesmen will be back in the Penn Gym Thursday night.
Come back, we have highlights from the Statesmen's last home game, and later in the show, we interview William Penn's new women's soccer coach.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the 4 seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Whoa. Sure, you can take big bites of the handcrafted quarter pounder with cheese, but soon it's half gone. What have I done, you think? Your bites get smaller as you try to savor what's left with scientific precision. And as that last bittersweet bite of 100% beef and cheese tickles over your taste buds, you think, until next time, dear friend. Until next time.
The simple joy of savoring every bite.
Winter is here and they're making snow at Seven Oaks, Central Iowa's premier ski, snowboard, and snow tube area. We make snow all season long to give you the best conditions possible. Seven Oaks now has 2 triple chairlifts to get you to the top of the hill for plenty of thrills. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring a bus to Seven Oaks.
Seven Oaks, we're your destination for outdoor recreation.
Ski and save every Friday night on the Family 4-Pack. And on Sundays, kids 8 and under ski free with a paying adult. Ski Seven Oaks, an easy drive from Des Moines and Ames.
Welcome back. The men joined the women's team in Dubuque to take on Clarkin. Let's just say the game was in Penn's hand early as 5 players reached double digits. But it was a cold second frozen half for William Penn and allowed the Crusaders to knock off the visitors 87-75. Junior Austin Emerson tallied 15 points in the first half, but was quiet in the second stanza. He was Penn's top scorer with 17 points. The setback dropped WPU out of a tie for second place. The loss also kept the program, at least for now, from securing a first-round home game in the MCC tournament. A win in the next 2 games will earn them that home court advantage. But if Penn picks up wins, the Navy and Gold could recapture the number 2 seed again. To see if Penn bettered its chances, we're going to head out to the Penn Zone, where the Dub took on AIB.
Midway through the first half, and the Eagles hanging right there with the Statesmen, and they take the lead when AIB cuts backdoor and nets the easy lay-in. Penn comes back, though, and goes up 3 when Blake Walker pulls up from the elbow and gets 2. AIB with an answer, though, as Brandon Eli comes off the screen and knocks down the jumper. The Eagles back up 1. Penn retakes the lead on the next trip as Walker steps outside and finds 3 more. Penn up 2 and starting to find their groove. Next trip down, and Walker again, this time with the assist as he finds Ross Howe open on the baseline. The Eagles try to stay close as Justin Shannon drives and hits the floater from the right side. Eagles within 5. But the Statesmen got hot from the outside. First, the big man Keith Stefik knocks down the triple. Next trip down, and Taylor Stoutner joins the party from the corner. Then it's Stefik again, and Penn, just like that, is up 11. The Statesmen would make 18 threes on the night, a new school record.
He can't take anybody for granted. AIB gave us a go for a long time tonight. Wore them down and shot it pretty well from 3 there in the second half. You know, anytime you take 46 3-pointers, you'd better be named Grinnell. That's a school record and a personal record for me, shooting 46 threes.
Wednesday night was a big one as the Statesmen produced a 104-70 MCC victory over AIB. Junior Davis Spielbauer finished with a game-high 23 points, including 7 trifectas. 5 other Penn players reached double digits. With the win, William Penn assured itself of not only a winning campaign, but it also locked up a first-round MCC tournament game next Wednesday in Oskaloosa. The opponent is yet to be determined. The win was also the 200th in head coach John Henry's career at William Penn. Henry took over the program from 2-3 midway through a difficult 2001-2002 season and immediately turned William Penn around, leading the squad to 10 straight seasons with at least 14 wins. The team has claimed 3 MCC regular season crowns, 2 MCC tournament titles, and has advanced to the NAIA Nationals twice. The Navy and Gold now set their sights on Ashford Saturday in Clinton to battle for the number 2 seed. The spot is extremely crucial this year as the MCC has 2 automatic berths to Nationals up for grabs.
Staying on the hardwood but moving to the lanes, the Statesman bowling team was dethroned at this year's MCC Bowling Championships in Dubuque Saturday. The Statesmen were in the driver's seat after 6 regular games and still led after 16 Baker games Sunday, resulting in the team earning the number 1 seed for the match play tournament. In the quarterfinals, the Navy and Gold swept 8th seed Waldorf 2-0, but then were eliminated in the semifinals by the 4th seed Clark 2-1. Clark was eventually declared the MCC champion by defeating the number 3 seed Viterbo 2-1 in the title match. Even with the conference title going to Clark, William Penn was named the Clark Invitational champion for its earlier performance Saturday and Sunday. Before match play, junior Sean Rangel headed all participants with a dominating 224.7 average, 71 pins ahead of runner-up and teammate sophomore Cameron Foster.
Over on the women's side, the squad entered the championship as the team to beat, and they did not disappoint in defending their crown. The Lady Statesmen led the competition in 6 regular games Saturday, but then were passed by Midland, Nebraska following 16 Baker games on Sunday. The regular and Baker games gave Midland the Clark Invitational title. But since the team is not a member of the MCC, William Penn's runner-up finish earned them the number 1 seed for match play bracket tournament. The Navy and Gold won last year's inaugural championship and rallied to knock off number 8 seed Waldorf 2-1 in the quarterfinals. The Lady Statesmen then swept number 4 seed Ashford 2-0 in the semis, before competing their tremendous comeback, another 2-1 rally over 3 seed Viterbo in the finals. Leading the way was senior Breanne Underwood in a 6-game qualifier by placing second with a 201.3 average. Junior Samantha Powell, Christian Newberry both finished in the top 10, finishing 4th and 7th in that order.
In related news, the league announced this year's men's and women's bowler of the year, and both winners are Penn people. Senior Breanne Underwood and junior Sean Rangel captured this year's highest honor. When we come back, over the weekend, William Penn was the host site for this year's NAIA Midwest Regional Cheer and Dance Competition. How did WPU fare? We'll find out next on OSP.
The doctor is in and no appointments are needed. Come to Dr. Salami's today and let the doc heal your hunger. Come to Dr. Salami's for friendly staff, casual atmosphere, and good friends. When you get here, you'll be treated to affordable prices, hearty portions, and good food. So come on down to Dr. Salami's today, your place for good friends, good food, good times.
Bates Funeral Chapel, where community is more than just a location. Where compassion is more than just a feeling. Where history is more than just a time. Bates Funeral Chapel, where service is more than just a word.
Welcome back to OSP. We're pleased to be joined by Willie McGowan, the new head women's soccer coach of William Penn University. Now, Willie, you're coming to the program. You're kind of brand new. You're fresh from Iowa Central Community College. So this is your first time being involved with the NAIA. Can you tell me why you wanted to take a shot at William Penn to start out your career here?
I think the main reason is really just to try and develop the players through the 4 years. Up at Iowa Central, we had a great team and a great squad, but you only really had the feeling that you're only dealing with them for 1 year, because the team changes so quickly every year, with graduations, injuries and everything. So really want to get my teeth into the 4-year level, where I could really try and see the development of the player over the course of, you know, coming in as a freshman and then seeing where they end up as a senior. Our big thing at Iowa Central was we always felt that we get them to a level where we think they're starting to get good, but then we pass them on to someone else. And you never really get to see that finished product. So, you know, I'm hoping to do that here at William Penn.
You guys you've already interacted with the team, and you've actually held some practices back starting back in January. So how's that gone with the girls that you didn't have a chance to recruit but you inherited, and how are they reacting to you?
I hope it's all positive. You know, I mean, I'm hoping there's no negativity there, but you know, when you're a new coach coming in, everybody has expectations. You know, I've certainly got expectations that I want to raise their level of play. I want to make them more competitive. You know, I don't want to sit back and just let them play possibly the way they've played up to this point in time. I want to, you know, try and develop their way of thinking and my way of thinking as we go on. The practices that we've had, you know, the first couple were kind of shaky just because the girls didn't know what to expect from me. I was more a kind of observer as opposed to actually getting in there and doing the coaching. You know, but since we've actually been in there, you know, myself and Sophie, my assistant, have really been doing a good job of trying to get on the field and push them and ask questions of them and really try and put them on the spot a little more. And we see a difference right now in the practices. It seems that we're starting to push the ball a little bit quicker. We're looking for different options that we may have looked for. And the work rate is starting to kind of pick up a little bit from those first couple of weeks. So, I mean, right now, I think the future looks pretty bright right now. I don't think we're going to have to, you know, go and reinvent the wheel and try and bring in a whole different class of players and kind of forget about this squad that's here already. That's not going to happen. The players here, you know, I told them at the start, you've got a clean slate. You know, anything you do from here till August will impact whether you play or not. I basically just told them that every single one of you is a varsity player right now until you prove otherwise. So, you know, hopefully the confidence is there in the players to actually come in and work hard and really fight for that spot. You know, and recruiting's always gone on. So, you know, they've got to be aware that, you know, that spot isn't guaranteed, and hopefully that'll bring out more competition, and that'll really start pushing the team forward as well.
And so you're not the only newcomer to the soccer program all around. We have Greg Drozik over on the men's side, who's also, this is going to be his first go-around, and he's kind of going through the same process as you are. So are you guys teaming up at all to maybe help each other out, maybe just share some philosophies or just different ideas in order to help get Penn back on the map?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, you know, the men's team as well, you know, they haven't maybe done as well as we've wanted to. And I mean, you know, I invite Greg to my practices so he can help me evaluate, and he's done the same for me, trying to help evaluate the men's team as well. At the end of the day, what's going to happen is, you know, as coaches, soccer as well, especially, you know, we're probably a different breed because nobody really understands our sport other than soccer people. So the ability to actually, you know, help each other out through this time is actually going to be very important. I think, you know, Greg, he worked with the men and women at Doan previously, so he's got a great insight as to what a 4-year NAIA female athlete looks like. And you know, having worked with the men back at Iowa Central, you know, I've got a little bit of experience on that side that can maybe help him as well. But you know, I think we're very good at bouncing ideas off each other. You know, we get on well, there's no doubt about that. And we've only been together a short time as well. So, you know, it's going to be, you know, I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy road for both squads. But our hope is, you know, we can certainly become more competitive after the first year and then maybe start to compete a lot more in the conference, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years. So.
Before we go, you guys will have the potential to actually have a new natural field out there at Lacey, pretty much. And are you looking forward to that? If it's possible that you guys are able to play on that and actually host a couple of home events there.
Oh yeah, I mean for me, you know, the main aspect to the position here as well was the amazing athletic facilities that we have here, and especially for soccer. You know, we have the PAC, you know, which is, you know, your indoor turf field. I mean, there's not many schools in the nation that may have that. And then, you know, also the plans for the new soccer field up there at the Lacey complex. You know, we're very hopeful we can get on there in 2012. You know, but I mean, the fact that the university is moving forward with the thinking of building soccer complex, and, you know, the football teams and the new locker rooms and the whole stadium that goes with it is just very exciting. And, you know, it's definitely a tool that we'll use in the future to bring future statesmen in here to play, because, you know, people love playing in the best facilities. And, you know, we're just on the cusp right now of building one of the better ones, probably, definitely through the MCC, but definitely maybe even at the NAI level. So.
Well, Willie, we appreciate you being on this week's show. Everybody at home, we'll be right back.
Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole.
The biggest stars, the classic hits, KIIC.
They're back at it again. Those talented elves have adorned Mahaska and Oskaloosa with 150 beautifully decorated Christmas trees, tens of thousands of ornaments, decorations, crafts, and gifts for anyone on your Christmas shopping list. It's a fun store to shop, loaded with Christmas decor that'll make you smile, make you laugh, make you want to share. Mahaska Drug is open weeknights till 9, so come into town and see what everyone is glowing about. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, it's big, really big.
Welcome back. Saturday, Williams Penn campus was invaded by a combination of 14 dance and cheerleading squads from the Midwest. It was the first time such an event was held on the university campus, thanks to the addition of the Penn Activity Center. With more on the day's events, here's OSP's J-Mad.
Over 200 spectators came to cheer on teams from within the region. Programs battled in 4 divisions, including all-women's cheer, small co-ed cheer, small dance, and large dance. Missouri Baptist won the All-American cheer title and received a silver paid bid to the NCAA, NDA, NAIA College Nationals this spring. William Penn won the small co-ed cheer category a year ago, but were unable to compete because of lack of numbers. However, the Navy and Gold did have its dance squad in action as it made its first regional debut in school history. The girls warmed up on the basketball courts of the Penn Activity Center and made last-minute adjustments before heading to the Penn Zone to perform in the small dance category. There, the ladies rocked it out, as you can see. The small dance trophy went to Midland, Concordia was second, and the bronze went to Willie Pete. Following that, All-American competitions were then held for both cheer and dance. Penn was absent on the cheer side, but it did have one girl, Oskaloosa's Lainey Yurkowski, center stage, aiming for the high honor. 20 dancers were aiming for one of the 7 All-American spots, and Yurkowski landed one.
You never know going into things like this, you know, who you're up against, one, and then what the judges are looking for. So it was fun to be picked as one of the top 7, and yeah, definitely a good experience.
The sophomore said it was an honor to achieve the All-American status, but it was the overall effort from her teammates this season that she'll cherish the most.
For William Penn, just as far as their dance history, this is new, that's new. What we did, you know, a couple months ago is new. Being a part of just everything, you know, coming out every halftime, being on the sidelines at football. What we've done this year has been something William Penn's never seen, so that's really important and great, and I hope that it, you know, stays.
In Sterling, Illinois Saturday, junior Gabriel Green produced amazing numbers in an otherwise disappointing day for the Statesman track and field team at the Midwest Collegiate Conference Indoor Championships.
Green recorded a sweep of the sprint events, while William Penn was 5th out of 8 teams with 67 points. Grandview defended its league title with 207 points. Green won the 55-meter dash, the 200, and the 400. His 55 and 200 times were both a new meet record. For his efforts, Green was named this year's MCC Indoor Track Athlete of the Year. Over in the field events, freshman Jalen Wilson posted the program's lone runner-up finish, taking 2nd in the long jump with 22 feet 4 1/4 of an inch. With that type of performance, Green was a shoo-in for the MCC Indoor Track Athlete of the Week award. Green, who led the MCC in all 3 events in the 55-meter dash, the 200, and the 400, will be competing in both the 60 and 200-meter dash at the NAIA National Championships next month.
On the Lady Statesman side of the track and field teams, they returned from the MCC Championship with a number of national qualifiers. William Penn placed 7th out of 8 teams with 30 points, while Grandview claimed its 4th consecutive title with 181 points. Sophomore Audrey Harris finished 2nd in the 55-meter hurdles in a time of 8.57 seconds. But that was not the highlight of her performance. The sophomore met both the NAIA's A standard of 8.63 seconds and was one of 3 individuals to break a meet record. She is the team's first national qualifier of the year.
The Iowa Barnstormers professional arena football team will be holding a meet and greet event at Penn Central Mall when players arrive for this weekend's preseason practice. The free event starts at 5 p.m. this Sunday, the 19th. Chamber of Commerce Director John Sullivan says guests will have a chance to meet all Barnstormer players and coaches.
And how we've set that up, we're going to have tables with the names of each one of the players on it. So as people walk up to the players, they will know who it is they're speaking to.
The William Penn Athletic Band and Barnstormer cheerleaders will also be there. Hy-Vee will be selling concessions, and fans will have a chance to buy team apparel.
It's just an opportunity for all the community to get involved with the team, with the Barnstormers. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
William Penn Vice President of Advancement Sherry Taylor says the Pepper Tree is also holding a public event with the Barnstormers on February 21st.
KBOE is going to be doing a remote broadcast out there, so there will be all kinds of games and giveaways.
Taylor says she and Sullivan will keep residents updated on the Barnstormers schedule during their time in Oskaloosa. She also says the schedule isn't full yet. If you would like to set up an event with the Barnstormers for your business or organization, you should contact either Taylor at 641-673-1360 or Sullivan at 641-672-2591. That's it for this week's show. Be sure to catch replays of OSP Fridays at 10 p.m., Saturdays at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 10 p.m. And if you're consistently on the web and you like to surf, you can catch this show as well as the rest of the CRI team online at www.critv.org.
Jay, the big play of the week for me was Lynn. 17 seconds, runs down the clock, stone cold shot.
I mean, that's exactly what's been going on since he's been able to get into the game. It was very impressive, and especially with Melo and Stoudemire coming back, everybody was questioning if he was going to get benched or he's still going to have that role, and that play right there really proved why he needs to be out there at all times for those Knicks.
For Jay Madison, I'm Jason Van Zetten. We'll be back next Friday with a brand new episode racking them up for you of OSP.